Tell us, what does the name mean, or where did the name come from?
Well, it has a long journey in regards to like the background of it and why I created the name. It all started when I was in high school and I created a fashion blog, right? So I called it Moda Potenza.
Okay.
And so, you know, I was in school and I had my blog and I was like styling and things like that. And so I stopped blogging. And then just one day I was like, I want to create a cosmetics line because I'm into makeup and I like beauty and different products. And so I just added the Moii because I feel like the Moii was like a little bit more like individual and it was more personalized.
Represents you.
And it represents, exactly, it represents you. And I was like, okay, you know, Moda has a meaning of fashion in Italian. So it was connected to the blog that I had back then. So I just decided to keep Moda and just add Moii.
Just came up with this idea in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I stand correct, Moda is a beauty line. So you have makeup products as well as nail polish. What made you want to tap into these two markets?
Well, now I actually just have nail polish. So in the beginning, I launched Moda last year.
Okay.
Well, actually 2 years ago, 2017, right? So this was just, you know, I was like doing a lot of research and trying to connect with different companies in terms of like trying to develop my products. And I started with makeup first. I would just say maybe like a year later, I actually went to school for nails, so I'm a licensed nail technician. So I decided to just change Moda a little bit, and I wanted to just be centralized on nails, nails and nail polish specifically, just because I started thinking about the market, right, and just seeing what products are out there and what products are not. And so I really thought about it. I was like, okay, I do know that there are makeup brands, right, but they're not, well, black-owned makeup brands, but there isn't black-owned nail polish brands out there. So I wanted my brand to really be special and really be different. So I just changed what products I had in order to focus on nails.
It's really good. It's really good. And I'm sure that all of your products are your babies.
Yes.
You know, that's your project. But what product in particular, or nail polish, is your favorite?
That's a really good question. Wow, I would say my favorite nail polish color would have to be Mocha Rust. Just because I feel like that color is like a beautiful nude that really does match all shades and all range. I personally think all my nail polish colors really match everyone, but it's just something about that nude that's just so particular and just really so pretty. It just has the really nice undertones that just matches everyone's complexion, and plus it's a bestseller. So
tell us a Moda fun fact.
Well, a Moda fun fact would be that when I first launched my products, I created everything myself. So that was literally down to like hand making it and like putting in the different, you know, chemicals and ingredients and different colors to make my own product. So that's something that is just so important to me, and I want people to know is that like every product that was made originally was made out of love and like hard work and dedication. So,
are you working on any new projects for Moda?
Yes, definitely. I'm super excited. So I am working on launching new colors. Right now I do have 2 collections. So I have the Nude Girl collection that features 3 colors that are like within the nude pink family. And then I do have another collection that's called Flavor Collection that does feature a lot of like summer just pop colors. And so I'm looking to add more collections into the family, and then of course adding more other colors. I'm also thinking big picture, so I'm thinking in terms of like launching my own studio. So that's something, you know, that I'm working on. It's gonna take some time, but I'm in the works of like speaking with different contractors and looking into different locations. Another big thing for me is like events, because for me I think it's just so important to just really connect with people. So you know, the whole idea of like events is just to kind of bring people together, right? So that people can have a good time and like learn from one another, and like energy can be exchanged.
So considering the market that you're catering to, how does Moda make self-care important, or how do you cater to yourself?
Yeah.
And how important is it to you?
Well, I feel like that's a super good question. I think, you know, nowadays when we think about self-care, I feel like there's so much more than just physical, right? I really feel like there needs to be, and there is more of an emphasis on like mental, right? So, you know, I love the fact that like, you know, I'm in the industry where I'm with like makeup products and well, nails, but it's in the beauty industry. And you know, I feel like when you wanna feel like you look good, or when you wanna feel like you wanna feel good, you wanna look good at the same time. So I feel like they all connect. But of course, like physical, I mean, I'm a nail tech and stuff like that, so like I gotta do my nails.
You're also someone's therapist.
Exactly. So, you know, that's some of the things I do for myself. And of course, you know, unwind, eat some wine and cheese and stuff, all that stuff, you know. It's all good.
So Moda stands by the statement, inspiring all women all over the world to be the best version of themselves with no fear. How does this tie into your business culture?
Wow. When I started thinking, right, when I relaunched last year when I stopped selling my makeup products, and I decided to like really focus like in the nail industry and things like that, I thought about, okay, what is something that like perfectly describes what Moda stands for, right? And I feel like what Moda really stands for is like women empowerment and like unity. So I feel like that quote is like exactly what Moda is. Yes, it's a brand of products and we sell nail polishes, but it's much more bigger than just nail polish, really, because when you're purchasing this nail polish, it represents so much. It represents strength. It represents empowerment. It represents love. It represents unity. And so, you know, I love the fact that it's nail polish. Nail polish is just so fun, and it's like something that a girl loves, right? Like almost exactly. So it's like I feel like it just has so many counterparts, and it just really just ties it all together. You know, and thinking for me, like big picture, right? Like some of the goals that I have, you know, I really want to put an emphasis on like women empowerment. So like a lot of the events that I'm going to be creating are really going to be centralized about like really going to be like focused on like bringing women together. So I feel like it just really like
women is the future.
Yeah,
female is the future. Yes. And what has been the hardest part for you when pursuing entrepreneurship?
Wow.
Especially at our age.
I know. Well, I think in general, sometimes I think for me, maybe prioritizing can be something that's something that is hard with like entrepreneurship. You know, I mean, everyone loves to say like, okay, if it's something that's important to you, or if it's like your business, of course you prioritize. I mean, definitely. But I feel like when you are balancing personal, right, and I have a job outside of this, right, you really have to prioritize and really think about, okay, what needs to get done, and then efficiently at the same time, right? Because I'm like doing a whole bunch of things all at once, and you can't be at work doing more than one things when you need to be at work doing work, you know? So I feel like, you know, finding the balance and prioritizing and just making sure you're doing things efficiently. And I think for me personally, what's the hardest part about entrepreneurship is just really trying to create and like maintain like brand awareness and presence. I feel like with Instagram and like social media and like all these different brands, like almost everything kind of looks alike. You know, there's no like
it's saturated.
Yeah, it is. It's like overly saturated. There is no like. There's nothing creative about anything anymore. It's like nothing is special. Nothing has like.
It's in our face.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, here you go, and here are products, and let me put a model, and let me put someone that looks pretty. Like, I just don't want to be cookie cutter at all. I want to be real. I want to be dope. I just want to be like just 100%. So, yeah.
Keep killing it.
Thank you.
So I just want to say thank you for sitting down with me today. Just let us know where we can find your products and where they're available.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for having me here. This is like super exciting. So right now you can find us on Instagram. So Moda, Moda.MOII. And our website will be www.modanoir.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.